Maya, quick question. What happens when everybody builds an AI, but nobody builds a power grid to run it?
You get today's headline, Marcus. Data centers on the biggest U.S. grid may face temporary power cuts to stop the whole thing from blacking out.
So the plumbing isn't just leaking, it's about to be shut off. Let's get into it.
Here's the story from TechCrunch. On the largest U.S. power grid, operators are so worried about demand that they may deliberately cut power to data centers during peak stress to prevent blackouts for everyone else.
Read that twice. The breakneck pace of data center construction has outrun the grid's ability to generate power. So the fix on the table is, when it's tight, the AI factories go dark first.
And that matters way beyond tech. It's your electricity bill, your neighborhood staying on during a heat wave. AI's growth story just collided with a very physical wall, wires and watts.
The caveat? TechCrunch says this is a decision that may arrive, not a switch that's flipped. It's grid operators scrambling for options, not a policy that's locked in.
Right. The point is, the strain is real, even if the exact tool isn't final. Which brings us to the other side of the plumbing, Marcus. If power's the ceiling, some folks are trying to do more with less.
This is the efficiency angle. Liquid AI dropped a new release on Hugging Face, LFM2.5 encoders built for fast, long-context inference running on a CPU. Not a giant GPU cluster, a CPU.
Which is the quiet counter-move to the whole power crunch. If you can run useful models on cheaper, lower-draw hardware, you're not fighting for a spot in the GPU line, or the electricity line.
And there's a research thread pushing the same way. A new arXiv paper, Confidence Adaptive Routing for Mixture of Experts. Plain version, stop spending compute on easy tokens, save it for the hard ones.
So the model only lights up the expensive parts when it actually needs to. That's efficiency baked into the architecture itself.
Caveat, as always, that's a research paper, not a shipping product. Promising direction, not a deployed win yet.
Fair. Let's zoom out to who's actually building on top of all this infrastructure. Because the agents are getting bolder, Marcus.
They are. Perplexity expanded its personal computer tool to Windows. It turns a Windows PC into a locally run AI agent, a, quote, general-purpose digital worker. The Mac version launched back in April.
And meanwhile, Google's leaning into managed agents on the Gemini API, a new 3.6 Flash model, plus hooks and triggers for developers building agent workflows.
So here's the through line. The agent demand keeps climbing. Perplexity, Google, all of it. But every one of those agents has to run somewhere, and that somewhere is a data center that might get told to power down.
That's the tension of the whole day. Ambition on top, physics at the bottom. And the plumbing, the chips, the CPUs, the actual power, is what decides who wins.
That's your through line for today. Everyone's racing to deploy AI agents, but power and efficiency are quietly writing the rules. This is your daily AI beat. Hit subscribe and come back tomorrow for the news that matters, minus the hype.
Tomorrow we'll be watching whether those grid warnings turn into real cuts and what the labs say back. See you then. Thanks for spending your morning with us.